Everybody, this is Tom with The Board Gamer. Today we're going to do a quick overview and review for this game. For the full how to play, click the link in the description or the banner above. Now let's get into it.
Kabuto Sumo and Kabuto Sumo Sakura Slam are both 2 to 4 player games for ages 6 and up with an average gameplay length of 20 minutes, published by All Play Games. The basic overview of Kabuto Sumo and Kabuto Sumo Sakura Slam has players taking turns pushing a single game piece from their inventory into the ring and collecting any standard pieces that fall out of the ring, until either a player runs out of pieces in their supply or they knock their opponent or opponents out of the ring.
First, I want to thank the folks over at All Play Games for sending me this monster collection of Kabuto Sumo goods. This is going to be a comprehensive review for the original Kabuto Sumo, Sakura Slam, and this storage chest. Personally, I find dexterity games either hit or miss for me, and Kabuto Sumo was definitely a hit. The simplicity and the basic tug-of-war type of gameplay really adds to the competitive spirit. Sakura Slam made some improvements that I completely agree with, and this storage chest is probably the best way to keep it all together. But let's open this chest up and go over why I like this game and see if this is a game for you. The components for this Kabuto Sumo collection are probably my favorite part of the game. Everything here is wood. The original rings are made out of cardboard, but the upgraded wooden rings are a nice addition if you plan to play this game a lot. But my favorite part of these upgraded rings is the Lazy Susan attachment. That way you can easily move the ring around to get the best angle instead of having to get out of your chair or just saying, this is good enough, and trying your luck from there. I don't know about you, but I try to get comfortable when I play games, and getting up and moving around, especially when I'm already playing a dexterity game, is not something I'm a big fan of. Honestly, I think many games could benefit from this rotating base. Now, comparing the original Kabuto Sumo to Sakura Slam, I will say I like the square ring better. I've gotten into a few duels with the original round ring, and we're just tug-of-warring back and forth, only moving each other a tiny bit. But with the square ring, I feel like I can get better angles, and playing with the 4 posts make for great barriers and good things to ricochet off of. Now these rings are great, but let's take a look at the pro wrestlers and their special pieces. These special pieces are usually wooden with a couple exceptions, and all of these special pieces are unique to the wrestler, and each wrestler has a little gimmick or personality trait that can be seen in the art of the card and or in their special piece. For example, Sisyphus has a dung token since it's a dung beetle, and we all know the story of Sisyphus and the boulder. Or other characters like the queen bee with multiple stingers that can be used at a single push. These special pieces add to the game in terms of looks, strategy, and replayability. And for a place to store it all, this large chest keeps everything together in one place. And although it consolidates these boxes, it's actually a little bigger than if you just had everything separate in its original box. But it looks cooler, and personally, I like that it's one size and not just a bunch of random size boxes, especially since I organize my games by the size of the box. Now, Kabuto Sumo is one of the easiest games to pick up and play. The hardest part I find is figuring out how to set up the game depending upon the number of players. Luckily, Sakura Slam fixed that by making the setup the same, and you only need to swap out wrestlers for medium disc if you're playing with different player counts. This is a huge improvement because a game that you can easily start is a game that is more likely to be played. There is also not an abundance of rules. Just take a disc or a special piece from your inventory, slide it into the ring without passing the boundary, and collect whatever falls off. And winning is just as easy, just by knocking another player out of the ring. But be careful. Since it's easy to win, it's also easy to lose, by running out of things to push into the ring, and of course, by being the wrestler that's knocked out of the ring. I said it earlier, but I recommend Sakura Slam over the original, but there are a few more rules making it a bit more involved. And honestly, the game is better for it, in my opinion. I want to say that Kabuto Sumo is a pure luck game, but it's not, no matter how much it can feel like it at times. You have to manage your disc inventory and know when to use the wrestler's abilities, especially since some let you stack disc, which can be used for multiple attacks in the same turn. Strategy increases when playing with Sakura Slam, with the addition of corner moves, which basically lets you push 2 discs on the same turn once you put all 4 of your corner markers onto the ring. And the square ring also makes the game a lot closer and shorter, making you strategize a bit more because 1 or 2 wrong moves can lead to a loss. The replayability of the Kabuto Sumo series is one of those games that is a bit age-based in my opinion. I have seen kids lose their mind in regards to this game. They will pick this up more than any other game. The immediate reward of knocking discs over and collecting them provides a lot of dopamine. And the quick game speed helps with multiple playthroughs in one sitting. And depending upon the age of the kids, playing it can scale for a while by starting off with the junior league wrestlers and then slowly introducing the main game, and even more strategy when you add Sakura Slam as well as some of these other expansions. Personally, I can see myself pulling it out once in a while for quick 3-player games. But when playing 2 or 4 players, I see myself playing other games instead, especially since I play with adults who also play a lot of games and tend to want something more. But again, for families with young kids, I think it would get a lot of play, especially compared to a household like mine with no kids. The theme for Kabuto Sumo is amazing. The whole sumo wrestling theme has you trying to knock your opponents out of the ring is spot on. And using beetles is smart since it is a very Japanese trope where kids collect beetles and other bugs. This is such a well-known trope that it's the entire basis of Pokemon. When the theme can be seen in its components, and more importantly shown through its gameplay, is something many games strive for and really pays off when it works well. Now for Sakura Slam, I will say the wrestler personas and the square ring with the post remind me more of luchadores than sumo wrestlers. And honestly, I think this makes the game feel fresh and different, even though it's building on top of the original Kabuto Sumo. If you really enjoy this game, the Game Vault will help you stay organized and keep everything together. And I will not play this game without these upgraded rings. The Lazy Susans added to the rings makes gameplay so much easier since you never have to leave your seat. But you do need to be careful not to spin it around too fast, otherwise you'll lose some of these discs to the supply by having them fall off. This collection is surprisingly well done for such a simple concept. If you have kids that like to play games, this will definitely satisfy. This board gamer says, the Kabuto Sumo collection stands tall, with Sakura Slam holding the belt. Great for kids and families, and it excels in its category. Not boring. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified about new videos. If you're bored now, click this for more games.